One of the more intriguing storylines of 2024 may not be Democrat versus Republican. It may be Republican versus Republican and Democrat versus Democrat. I want to play some sound of what happened at the Utah Republican Party state convention just a few days ago. Our Scripps News crews in Salt Lake were there. Take a listen to what happened when Republican Governor Spencer Cox took the stage at the Republican gathering. Take a listen.
I am so proud to be welcomed here today. Maybe you just hate that I don't hate enough.
Maybe you just hate that I don't hate enough. Cox, by the way, one of the most popular governors in the country. But there seems to be a lot of Republicans hating Republicans these days. In the coming days, Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene says she's going to file a motion to attempt and remove Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson from office. Republicans hating Republicans. Don't forget about Nikki Haley supporters who still aren't on board with the Trump campaign and how the Trump campaign really hasn't done much outreach to them. Democrats, you're facing this too. Many of the protests on these college campuses these days are young progressives, college Democrats members in some cases, upset with the policies of President Joe Biden. I was reminded writing this segment of a woman I met in New Hampshire earlier this year during a primary, a longtime Democrat. Listen to what she said about the Democratic president.
I'm voting for a ceasefire.
So I'm guessing you're a lifelong Democrat, or?
I was, but now I guess you'd consider me an independent. I'm definitely not voting for Biden.
And you're telling me the Israel-Gaza war is?
It's not a war; it's a genocide.
But that's the issue that lost.
Hell yes.
That was a few months ago, but do you think her mind has changed at all? Passion is high, isn't it? You see, it's easy for Democrats to attack Republicans and Republicans to attack Democrats. But when both parties are seeing so much internal strife, wow, this election really becomes even more difficult to predict. That's because if lifelong Democrats don't vote Democrat and lifelong Republicans don't vote Republican, that's a wild card scenario that will likely just keep getting wilder. And if you have to wonder, eventually, if all this continues, where do these upset voters go? Are there new political parties eventually? And how does their absence impact the final results this year?